we're just kind of a decade too early, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, all of that happened before Iron Man, before, you know, that whole kind of giant wave of superhero stuff. So, would you ever love to go back to Birds of Prey? Would you go back and play in that world again, please?
Actually, I was contacted by Dina Meyer, and there's a Birds of Prey reunion that I'm doing next weekend. I know, I'm very excited.
It's next weekend?
Yeah, it's so random. And it's the first time that I'll have seen any of them since, Dina I saw once. I ran into her by the avocados at Whole Foods. But otherwise I've kept in touch with them, but I haven't seen them, so I'm really looking forward to it. Lots has happened since then in everyone's lives, so.
That's really, really exciting. I hope there's a lot of photos and an entirely new episode and, in fact, a new season. That'd be great. Could you do that for me? Thank you.
No problem.
Sweet. So, now, of course, this is a time for you guys. This is a Q&A time that we've set up for you. Please, if you've got questions, raise a hand. We run microphones so that Rachel can hear you. So, who has questions? Are you kidding me? We set this up so that you could ask the questions you wanted to ask.
Okay, but in the meantime, I am so excited because I've been learning Australian words, so I'd like to share them. So we'll just have intervals of this. All right.
Rachel learns Australian. Ding, ding.
So tomorrow I'm going to see endangered animals. Bada bing, I'll be here all day. All right,
Join us again as Rachel learns Australian. Endangered animals.
Okay, no questions? Oh, perfect, we have one.
Hey, you look like it's a real hassle for you.
Oh, she's beautiful.
I know, I can tell. She's right there.
Hello again. Hi. You're beautiful. Just want to ask you, you do something with orangutans or different charities? Is it you I was reading about? You do a lot of work with charities and...
It works with orangutans?
Orangutans?
I wish that was me, but that's...
Or there's another charity that you ask people to help do donations, or a jacket or something that's going up for...
Oh, yeah, there's a jacket from Lost Girl.
Mixed everything up again, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, there's a jacket that I wore in the final episode of season 3 where I drove Dyson off the cliff, which was actually so funny in real life to do because he was screaming like such a girl. Like it was actually so bad because he kept screaming like such an idiot that like we'd go off and I'd be like, what are you doing? They'd be like, God, we gotta do it again, Rachel, mess it up. But anyway, so that jacket is being auctioned off for Nientende, which is a charity that my brother actually started years ago to send orphans. It started in the specific village of Nientende in the DR Congo, but now it's spread throughout the DR Congo. So children who have been orphaned specifically by AIDS and their parents died in civil war, they can't afford to go to school. So he sends them to school and builds schools and rebuilds schools. And I'm very proud of him and the charity. And so that's where it all goes to. Am I? He's in charge of his real job is he's an investment banker, but that's just his side passion that he does with a friend of his, and then they're the official charity of the university that we both went to, and so all the kids from the university, they volunteer their time, and so it's cool because 100% of the proceeds all go to the DR Congo. So, yeah.
So, just a little bit about Lost Girl. How many seasons has that been running for now?
So technically we did 6 seasons, that's what the producers say, but it's actually just really 5. Our last season was 16 episodes and they just broke it up. But we filmed those last 16 episodes all at once. Not all at once sequentially, but, and then, yeah, I honestly think someone's just sitting there like randomly deciding when it's going to be on the air. And they're like, maybe June 12th, but I heard that it's supposed to be coming out in April here.
Oh, okay, cool. So, yeah, hi.
Okay, I'm still nervous. Obviously when we first met Tamsin, she was very sort of in your face, I'll tell you what I think, and you're an idiot. Kind of, I'll put you in your place.
That sounds about right.
And obviously this season it's more like she's become puppy dog Tamsin.
Yeah, as in season 5.
The one that's airing now?
Yes.
Yeah. So, do you find that out of character, or can you still understand why she'd become? Like, it's slightly frustrating for me as a viewer, anyway, to go, I miss that Tamsin that would put Bo in her place, and now it's sort of like, oh well, you know, I'll do what you want, Bo, because I'm a puppy dog, kind of. Like, does it frustrate you as an actor, or do you find it in character going, oh yeah, this would make sense for Tamsin's character?
I think when we first met Tamsin, she had the shield of a person, that sort of exterior shell of someone who has been disappointed and hurt and therefore is deeply broken. I think we do that as people when, you know, we've been disappointed time and time again. We sort of put up this wall, and Tamsin's coping mechanism was to basically just be a shithead and push everyone away. And I liked how in the first season they completely broke her down, but she was a child, and so now we're seeing her once again as an adult, but those layers have been stripped away because she loves Bo and she's tried to fight that. And I mean, we've all been in that situation where you're like, never again, I'm never dating anyone again, everyone's a jerk. And then you meet that one person and you're like, oh damn it, I really like you. And I think Bo just kind of disarmed Tamsin in a beautiful way. So yeah, she's a total puppy dog again. But I will say, I mean, I guess you guys have all seen the breakup scene. She goes back to being a bit of a shithead after. So you'll see, and that's what I love about this season is that they kind of showed all the shades of Tamsin. You know, in season 3 she was sort of this like aggressive jerk, and then in season 4 she was so naive and young, and then in season 5 we get to see like all of those mashed together, which was really cool for me as an actor to play because it was like all over the place.
Questions, raise a hand. Yep.
Was that breakup scene a tough scene to do for you guys?
I mean, it was the last scene of a very, very long day. And it's always difficult for me to do any scene that I'm not just happy with Anna with, because she's so sweet. And like, I remember in the 3rd season, we used to have to just rip on each other mercilessly. And we would literally be like, hey, ha, and then be like, I hate you, you suck. And then we'd do the scene because and then afterwards I'd say all these mean things to her and I'd be like, I'm so sorry, like I didn't mean that. So it was a really long day, we were tired anyway, so it's easier to be emotional. And I literally just had to think of like every jerk who's ever broken my heart, and then I just started crying. So no, in that sense it wasn't, but plus Anna's just a really generous, sensitive person, and it translates to her as an actor, you know what I mean? So really, I think that's one of the reasons that they developed our relationship on the show, is that we had this sort of effortless chemistry in real life as well. Because originally it was supposed to be Chris and I that had the love affair, and then they just saw like how ridiculous we were together, and they were like, well, that's not going to happen, so.
Hi, this is a question for my girlfriend Stephanie, who you met yesterday after your last panel. What would your spirit animal be and why?
Oh, my spirit animal is like definitely an elephant, for sure. I love how, I mean, strong an elephant is. I mean, they're just beautiful, massive, majestic creatures, but they're fiercely loyal and family-based, and have a wisdom in their eyes and a kindness. I just am in love with them. I think elephants are just the most beautiful, beautiful animal. Either that or like, wait, I don't have my phone. I think I got my other spirit animal, which is like an emu.
Emu.
Yeah, oh my gosh, do you know my phone? Is it in there? I wish I could put it up here. This emu is like hilarious. And I honestly think it's my spirit animal because it's like my spirit animal in the morning when I wake up and I'm really like not feeling it. That's me. I'm like, what? So yeah, that's my other spirit animal.
That's awesome.
Which brings me to my second Australian word.
Oh,
wait.
Hang on. Rachel learns Australian.
Wait, I need a drum roll. Do it!
Drum roll.
Yeah.
Come on, quick.
Come on. We planned this. We actually practiced. All right, ready?
Here we go.
This is slave labor. I was like, you're gonna do this. Okay.
Ding.
I need some water. All right. Next.
That was Rachel Learns Australian. Ding, ding, ding. Now, I'm just a little interested in Lost Girl. When you signed on to the show, were you aware that it was so important for the LGBTI community, that it was sort of, that was what it was about?
I mean, in the audition, they asked me straight up, like, right away, are you comfortable kissing a girl? Because I had done my first and only audition was a chemistry test with Chris Holden-Reed. So we didn't even make out, we just kind of chatted. I was wearing leather pants, he got really awkward, he forgot his line. And then the studio was like, I don't think we can hire her because Chris can't remember his lines when she's there. Yeah, they asked me, and honestly, it's actually, I said this in the audition, I'm like, I think I'd be more comfortable to kiss a girl. Like, I used to make out with all my girlfriends in college to get free drinks. I'm like, come here. So yeah, I mean, I was fine with that, but I don't think I was fully aware of how cool the show was in terms of the LGBT. I mean, I knew it was an element to the show, but I love about Lost Girl how it's not, and I said this in my other panel, it's not like, oh, we have that like token gay couple, or, you know, it's like, I've had relationships with men on the show, I've had relationships with women. I'm neither gay nor straight, you know, it's just about who I fell in love with, and it's not an issue on the show. We didn't go out of our way to like be like a gay show or something. It just really was about relationships and people falling in love and living life, and I love that about Lost Girl, and that's how it should be all the time.
That's awesome. It's actually really nice to hear about a show that doesn't focus on it, but it does it right. Okay.
Yeah, I feel very blessed to have been a part of that.
Okay, me again. With the Docubus versus Velcubus, on set with you, Anna and Zoe, did it ever come on set where you'd be like, uh-oh, we're filming a scene, the Docubus fans aren't going to be happy, or uh-oh, you know, the Velcubus fans, like, did it ever come into the set where you guys would laugh about it or think, oh, you know, I'm in for some bad tweets this week, or?
I mean, Zoe was there first. She, like, I don't think I'd take Zoe on in that category because she's like the OG, you know, when it comes to Bo. But it was really nice this season to get the opportunity to work with Zoe because I never worked with her before. Her and Paul were kind of the two characters that I never worked with. And Zoe is like wickedly funny in real life too. Like, she has this amazing dry sense of humor. She just like drops like a joke and she's in a totally straight face and you're like, is that for real? Like, are you, I don't know what to do. And then, like, she's so wonderful, and to work with her. And we had this scene where we're sitting and we're supposed to be super awkward with each other because, you know, Bo and Dyson are like doing their thing. And it was like really, really hard not to just burst out laughing. And I loved that they finally gave us a chance to do some stuff together. No, we didn't really like battle it out. We kind of joked like, you know, actually maybe I just kind of joked like we should make out. I don't think Zoe joked about that. I was like, okay, just me, cool. Really? Oh yeah, document. Anyway, whatever.
One of those
I didn't mean to swear.
Hi. I was just wondering, what would be your dream role to play?
Dream role to play. I mean, my all-time favorite performance by my favorite actress was anything. I mean, everything Lucille Ball did in I Love Lucy. It was just, I can see those episodes time and again and throughout my entire life, and they always make me laugh. I just love her. That kind of physical comedy, that kind of comedy in general, I tried to bring into Tamsin, and it was so wonderful in Lost Girl to have the opportunity to do that because I'd never been given that chance before as an actress. But I don't know, I mean, I feel like there's no ideal role. Like and to be honest, I don't even intentionally choose roles. I always feel like they choose me. And I've been blessed to play strong female characters, especially on Lost Girl and now on Reign. And that's really my dream, is just to get to play women who are empowered, who have a story, who are real. It's so rare in Hollywood. You always get stuck playing like the girlfriend or like, you know, like the stupid chick or something. So, yeah, I don't know. That's a really good question. I'm totally stumped.
I have a question. Hey. What's it like acting next to Kenzie, the character in Lost Girls?
Oh my gosh, it's hard as shit because she's so good. You're just like, well, I'm just not ever going to steal this scene from you, so do your thing. I'm just going to be a pylon in the middle. Yeah, she's so cute. She's a little nugget. I don't know. I just feel like every time I do these panels, I just literally sit up here and gush about everyone on the set because I actually genuinely love them all. But no, Ksenia is so good at what she does. But I'm actually really excited to see her get the opportunity to spread her wings a bit in a different way on her new show, Turn, because it's also a period piece and it's very different from Kenzie. So I think that'll be interesting. Hey.
Hi. Hi. I was wondering, now you said that the Birds of Prey was literally cancelled after the 7th episode.
Wait, I can't hear you.
You said that yesterday. You said that Birds of Prey had actually been cancelled after the 7th, and they'd actually continued. What was it like working on those last episodes, knowing that you weren't going to be coming back? What was the atmosphere on the set like?
I think it was bittersweet because oftentimes when you get canceled, you don't get the opportunity to like finish out your character or finish out the series. And so we were all very grateful that Warner Brothers had given us the opportunity to do that. But also very sad because it's, you know, kind of like being in a love affair that you know is ending and you're still hanging out or something. For me though, truthfully, I had sort of decided that whenever Birds of Prey was over, I wanted to go to university. So I knew that was then my next thing, and I was excited about that. And you know, when you're like 17, you just kind of go with the flow. Now I would be like, what? I don't have a job? Then I was just like, yeah, okay, cool, I'm gonna go watch TV or something. I don't know. But I mean, I was sad to leave the people, for sure, because Ashley and Dina were so kind to me, both of them, and you know, really truly took me under their wing and had me for sleepovers, and I was very literally Dinah in real life because I'd come to LA, I'd never been away from home before, I didn't know how to cook. I used to go to Vaughn's, which is like a supermarket, and get one of those like massive family-sized meat lasagnas. It was so gross. And I would like put it in the oven and not know how long it was supposed to be in the oven for because I didn't read directions. And it would come out and it would be like half frozen, like half burnt, and I'd just like eat around it and keep it in the fridge for like a week and just eat that at night. And I was like a disaster. So actually I was probably like semi-happy to go home and like have my mom cook for me. But yeah, I think it was bittersweet for everyone else. I should never do these panels. I just like
awesome.
ramble on.
This is awesome, and what's more, as somebody who watched Birds of Prey back in the day, I'm like, it's really you. I'm surprised you didn't get mugged by a bad guy.
Hey. So aside from acting, what's another like profession that you have like kind of a weird interest in that you would want to do, like not necessarily do now, but something you've always kind of been interested in a weird way?
I mean, my friend and I were actually talking about this today, that we'd like love to work at some sort of an animal sanctuary. She actually did in the summer, and they had these things called fancy pigeons that people like would let go. Have you heard about this? Do you have this here? Okay, so in the States and Canada, they breed pigeons to have like weird feathers and beaks and stuff. Yeah, it's odd. And then they like show them, like show pigeon. You guys all seriously need to Google fancy pigeons. Like, just do it. It's so shocking. But it's really sad because they breed them so they can't actually eat on their own because their beaks are curved, and then they just let them go when they lose. And she collected all these fancy pigeons and cared for them. So probably that. Something to do with animals. We want to go to an animal sanctuary tomorrow, and we were contemplating how we could like swim with the platypuses, and we said that we could just like push each other in and then pretend we fell. And she's like, oh, I don't even know how we got in here. Like, I got kicked out of Australia. My third day here. Oh, I wanted to tell you a story, by the way. So you were saying about me getting mugged.
Yeah, well,
This is a really cool
no.
Hollywood story.
Tell me you didn't get mugged.
No, this is cool. So, my brother was really into this show, and all obsessed with it. He's like, you have to watch the show, it's amazing, called Breaking Bad. And so he's showing me like the first episode, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Aaron. And he's like, you know Aaron Paul? And I just like went way up in the cool list. And I was like, yeah, dude was like thug number 1 on Birds of Prey, man.
I completely forgot that was him.
He's the guy who mugged me at the beginning of Birds of Prey in season 1. And that just goes to show you in Hollywood, man, it started from the bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if you start at thug number 1, eventually you'll be thug number 10. I don't even know how that works. Okay, we got time for maybe 1 or 2 more questions. You're getting pretty close.
Hi. Question, how do you like going back to period series again?
How do I like going back to series again?
Yeah, because you mentioned that you're doing a period piece, Rain, now. And how is it, does it feel going back, because you did Little Men, it's a period piece, and now doing another period piece?
Well, it's interesting, especially with Rain, because in Lost Girl, I came in the 3rd season, and now I'm in the last episode of the 2nd season, but essentially coming in the 3rd season of Rain as well. And it's kind of hard. It's almost like both casts have been so welcoming and lovely, but I liken it to coming into like a new high school in 11th grade, you know, and like everyone has their friends and their groups, and you're just like, hey, I'll just sit at the lunch table by myself. So the experience of it is actually a little nerve-wracking. Like, I was really nervous on my first day of Rain, and especially since I've gotten so used to the sets and the crew and the cast and the way things are done, because each set is very different, and it's like a thumbprint. It has its own identity and its own way of working and way of doing things. So I've gotten very used to Lost Girl, and then I came on to Rain, and all of a sudden I'm like the new kid on the block again, and so that was an adjustment. But in terms of the hours and sort of the general setup of how to film a series, I just finished Lost Girl in October, so it sort of felt fluid to come back into the setup of the series. And I just feel so blessed to have the opportunity to meet another gang of actors and try another character. And so, R.I.P. Tamsin, R.I.P.
Sorry, me again. You've got a new movie coming out, is it The Close?
I do, with Sean McGuire, who's actually here right now. We were just talking about it in the green room. Yeah.
When is it actually coming out, do you know, in Australia?
That's a really good question. I was just sent a link to E1 Entertainment, and it should have all the information there. I haven't actually looked at it. That's what we were just talking about, and I was going to send the link to Sean. But I don't know. We just finished editing it. Like, I mean, I didn't edit it. That would be a nightmare. But I did an ADR for it with like sound dubbing, and I just got this message from the producer being like, I finished it, it's done, and that was all I said. So you can check out E1 Entertainment, their website, and it's the red dress, and you'll see my mug and Sean's making like an emo pose behind me. And that's the movie. But it was really fun. I had such a great time in Malta with him and this other actor, Callum Blue, who is a hoot. I loved him.
Yes, he was Zod.
Callum plays Zod.
I know.
He's an interesting guy. He's a lovely dude. Okay, I reckon we got time for one last question. I'm a little bit interested just about working on series and special effects. Films obviously do special effects, but how much different is it working on a series where you're doing special effects on a regular basis?
Rain doesn't really have a ton of special effects, really any at all, actually. Lost Girl did, specifically to do with our powers. Some of us got off easier than others. I got off like fairly easy. I just had to give people stink eye for like a really long period of time, which like sounds not a big deal, but like honestly, this is what it's like. It's like it's getting awkward, right? It's weird. Yeah, I know. It's awkward for you guys. You guys are off.
Pretty sure my head just exploded.
I know, it's weird. But it was better than like Anna, who had to be like, like for so long, and the people she like didn't even know. Like we'd have to like explain it to them, and like Chris just like actually doesn't even need any special effects. He looks like a wolf. It's wild. Paul just goes like this, and then he's done. So yeah, I'd say Anna had it like the hardest, but they did a great job. They didn't tell me what my wings would look like. They didn't tell me what my face would look like. They just said, they didn't even tell me what to do. They were just like, you go skeletal, go. So I'm like, okay. I suppose I am an actor though, so that is part of my job. But when I saw it for the first time, especially my wings, when I saw my black wings for the first time, I was so blown away by the quality of them that obviously I couldn't help but be proud of it. So I thought they did a great job.
We loved them, yes?
Yeah.
They felt cool? Yeah. Unfortunately, we're going to wrap it up there. That we've hit the time.
Thank you very, very much.
Rachel, thank you. This is really echoey and boomy and sound horrible, but this has been lovely. I do the schedules for all the MCs, so I put which MC gets to be on, and I was bummed that I didn't get to do a panel with you. And now I do! And now you guys got to do a panel with her as well.
Wait, I have one more word for you. Are you ready?
And here we go. Rachel learns Australian. Ding, ding, ding.
Alright. I just learned this one. Yeah, nah. Is that it? No? What is it?
Yeah, no, that's pretty good.
I have a shitty teacher. But you want some water?
What is yana supposed to be?
It's what you guys say to each other. Nah, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Australian positive.
You know what? I
negative.
should just quibble his head. I should just quibble him down.
Yeah, no, it's fine. No, yeah, it's fine. It's all right. Yeah, no. Anyway, yeah, no, that's going to be the end of it. Yeah, no, very good. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and go completely crazy for the wonderful Rachel Skarsten.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, that was great.